Welcome back. This Black History Month, we are visiting one of the oldest and at one point most successful black communities in the South. Houston's 5th Ward is working to preserve its heritage during a time of gentrification. Channel 2's Courtney Gilmore visits with those living in the area to bring us their story.
Fleming Middle School.
After weeks of study,
faces 200.
These students get a chance to test their knowledge.
Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that.
Who is Martin Luther King?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
The Jeopardy-style Heritage Bowl
Trailblazers for 200
is an annual event for the boys and young men who attend the 5th Ward Enrichment Program. 12-year-old Anthony Battle.
I love the trivia part of it, and it's a really cool thing to learn about my heritage.
Discovered a part of his identity.
I learned about Harriet Tubman, Arthur Ashe, Thurgood Marshall, Jack Johnson, Jesse Owens.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Who is Muhammad Ali?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
That legacy, they need to know that legacy.
All of these students live in Houston's 5th Ward, a community that birthed the tenacity of Congresswoman Barbara Jordan, cultivated the character of Congressman Mickey Leland, and conditioned the strength of heavyweight champ
George Foreman weighs in at 250 pounds.
George Foreman.
They need to make recognition. That's who I am, or that's who I can be.
Charles Savage, who directs the program, understands the challenge his boys face to envision worth and value when what they see is a community low on resources, jobs, and opportunities.
5th Ward is too close to downtown. It's too close to the medical center. I mean, we're surrounded by modern-day wonders, yet we're still one of the most economically depressed areas.
150 years we've been here. We've survived. We've gone through it all.
Yoletta Jane McCullough remembers the vibrancy of the neighborhood her family lived in. Just east of the Arc of 59 sits a community that embodied the essence of jazz and during segregation was self-sustaining, with black-owned businesses lining Lyons Avenue.
They had a sense of pride because you had professionals, you had blue-collar workers, you had everybody in the community that looked out for everybody.
But after integration, younger generations left and the city ignored the needs of the community until gentrification pressed in.
The neighborhood is changing.
The neighborhood is changing, correct, and that's not a bad thing and that's not a good thing. The bad thing is that the people who are coming in, they don't want to recognize the people who are already here and get input from the people who are already here.
Every urban neighborhood faces the same reconstruction.
Whose street? Our street! Whose street? Our street!
From the red bricks in Freedmanstown to the shotgun homes off Dowling, high-priced real estate has emerged and the lines of demarcation have been redefined to make room for new development.
We're a neighborly community, but we don't want to be put out because they are coming in.
In spite of gentrification, in spite of developers coming in, let's produce an area where our people can stay and still prosper. Hold on to their legacy, hold on to their history.
In a time where change is inevitable and progression is optional.
To believe that you can do it, to achieve your goal, to see it in what your goal is.
These students are envisioning a new canvas to paint their future on.
What would you like to be when you grow up?
Police officer.
Courtney Gilmore, KPRC, Channel 2 News.